Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a really unique plunge.
Definitely different for us.
Yeah, our source material isn't, a dense academic text or a historical archive. It's the lyrics from, well, an incredibly massive song,
You could say that again.
Taylor Swift's Blank Space.
Hmm.
And our mission today, our deep dive, is really to unpack the story being told here. The character, the themes, they're all woven into these lyrics.
Right.
And okay, yes, it's a huge pop song, something we've all heard, probably hummed along to.
Countless times.
Exactly. But the storytelling itself is surprisingly rich, I think. It gives you these insights into relationships, sure, but also into public perception and fame.
And that's the crucial part. It's not just catchy, right?
Yeah.
It crafts this very specific persona very deliberately.
Mm-hmm.
And through that persona, it offers this really self-aware commentary on fame, on how relationships play out in public.
Self-aware is the word.
Totally. And I think digging into it like this will uncover layers of meaning, maybe some subtext, even psychological stuff, in lines you thought you knew inside out.
Okay, let's jump right in then. The opening lines. They grab you instantly.
They really do.
Nice to meet you. Where you been? I could show you incredible things. It's this immediate promise, this big, exciting offer.
Yeah, like magic, madness, heaven, sin, all the extremes.
All of it. It just bursts with possibility. But then, in the same breath, you get, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. It's so jarring.
Yeah.
So self-aware, almost cynical.
Cynical is a good word for it. What does that tell you right away?
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is it just fate, or is she saying something about her own history, her own pattern?
I think it's way more than just fate, that next mistake line. It completely reframes that initial invitation.
How so?
It makes the seduction feel, well, knowing. Performative, almost. She's immediately introducing this idea of a game. Loves a game? Want to play?
Ah, okay, so it's not an innocent stumble into love.
Not at all. It's a deliberate invitation, and she knows the dynamics.
Yeah.
Which connects right to her reputation, right? Ain't it funny? Rumors fly, and I know you heard about me.
Right. She's not trying to deny the rumors.
No, she's leaning into them. It's like a challenge. You've heard things? Good. Come closer anyway.
And then that other line you mentioned, I'm dying to see how this one ends.
Yeah, that one's fascinating. It's not just curiosity, I don't think, or resignation. It kind of flips the script on the usual pop song hopefulness.
It suggests she's more interested in the story itself, the drama.
Exactly. Like she finds meaning not in the happy ending,
Yeah.
but in the narrative arc, the conflict. Like she's writing the script for her own life.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Thinking of her as the scriptwriter, that changes how you hear it. And speaking of scripts, she lays out the plot immediately.
Very explicitly.
It's going to be forever or it's going to go down in flames. Talk about high stakes.
Zero middle ground.
None. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. It's this all or nothing deal right from the start.
And she doubles down on the intensity.
Yeah, with the 'cause we're young and we're reckless, we'll take this way too far.
It'll leave you breathless.
Or with a nasty scar. I mean, that's not subtle. It's a direct promise of turbulence. Damage, even.
Absolutely. So if that's the setup, how does she frame that reputation she's so aware of? The one that feeds this.
Well, that's where it gets kind of clever, I think, with the
I
self-deprecation.
mean, the long list of ex-lovers.
Exactly. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. It's like it serves two purposes, right?
Yeah.
It's a warning, obviously, but it also kind of disarms you. She's saying, look, I know what people say. I'm putting it out there myself.
Right. It's controlling the narrative by owning the crazy ex label instead of fighting it. Just making it seem exciting, part of the package.
Yeah, part of the high-stakes game.
And that loops right back to the game idea, doesn't it? Because you know I love the players and you love the game.
Okay, that line, it's not just about her.
No, that's key. It implies this shared understanding, complicity almost.
So the partner isn't just a victim of the game.
He's a participant.
Yeah.
He knows the rules, knows the risks, and he chooses to play anyway. It suggests this symbiotic thing, both drawn to the drama.
That shared complicity.
Yeah.
That makes you really rethink the whole power dynamic. It's not just one person in control.
Definitely not.
So as the song goes on, this persona, it keeps shifting, doesn't it? You get the romantic imagery first.
Cherry lips, crystal skies.
I could show you incredible things. Stolen kisses, pretty lies. Sounds lovely, almost
A
classic.
big A dream.
But then almost straight away, you get the more performative side. Or maybe manipulative.
With the find out what you want, be that girl for a month.
Yeah. What is that suggesting? Is it just about being fake, or is it something more complex about, meeting expectations?
That's a great question. It definitely points to a chameleon quality,
Right.
adapting, which could be seen as manipulative. But maybe it's also about this hyper-awareness of identity as performance, especially under that kind of spotlight.
Crafting a version of yourself for someone else?
Exactly. Which leads right into maybe the most famous line.
Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream.
Bingo. That line just lays it all bare. She knows she has this alluring exterior, the daydream part,
But she also knows what's underneath.
the nightmare, the chaos.
Yeah.
And she expects you to see both eventually. She seems to almost enjoy that reveal.
Does she enjoy the drama itself, though? Or just predict it?
Well, consider what comes next. Wait, the worst is yet to come.
Screaming, crying, perfect storms.
Right. It sounds less like a prediction and more like an anticipation, maybe even an orchestration, creating the storm. Possibly. And there's definitely a sense of control there, too, and possession.
How so?
Lines like, I can make all the tables turn. That's about power. Rose garden filled with thorns, beauty mixed with pain.
And the jealousy.
Oh, yeah, I get drunk on jealousy. It's intense. And then that really chilling line, but you'll come back each time you leave.
Suggesting this cycle she controls, inescapable.
Pretty much. It paints a picture of a very powerful, very magnetic, and potentially destructive force.
Which brings us right to the core metaphor, the title itself. But I've got a blank space, baby.
Now write your name.
Okay, that blank space. What is it? Is it just like an empty spot in her dating life? Or is it more active than that?
I lean towards more active. Much more active.
Like a template, a script already waiting.
Exactly. Think about it in the context of everything else. That blank space isn't just empty. It feels like it represents her control over the narrative of the relationship.
So she's not just finding a partner, she's casting them.
Casting them in a role she's already written. Defining their place in her story, which seems to be this recurring cycle of drama and intensity, maybe fueled by public eyes. It implies the partner is almost interchangeable. Just the next name.
Wow, that makes it much darker.
It adds a layer, definitely. And it connects directly to that repeated warning at the end.
The boys only want love if it's torture.
Don't say I didn't. Say I didn't warn you. Over and over.
It's not just, I told you so then.
No, I think it functions as this bigger, almost cynical commentary, not just to the lover in the song, but maybe to us, the audience.
A commentary on what? Celebrity relationships?
Maybe, or just modern romance in general, this idea that perhaps intensity, drama, even a bit of torture is seen as desirable, or at least expected, where the lines blur between real love and performance.
So looking back at this whole deep dive, Blank Space really just meticulously builds this character, doesn't it? She's completely self-aware, she's alluring, but also unapologetically dramatic.
And control of her own story, or at least the telling of it.
Yeah, it's so much more than just a catchy pop hit.
Absolutely. It uses exaggeration, that sharp wit, the self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
It uses all of that to tackle public perception head on.
And it completely turns the standard pop love song on its head.
It really does. It's less a straightforward romance, more a fascinating character study, a commentary on fame, image, and how we engage with those narratives.
So here's something to think about after listening to all this. Now that we've unpacked Blank Space in this detail, how does it change the way you might listen to other pop songs, even ones that seem, simpler on first listen?
That's a good question.
What other big hits might be hiding similarly complex characters or playing with our expectations about relationships and storytelling right there in plain sight?
Definitely something to mull over.
Lots to think about. We'll leave you with that. See you next time on The Deep Dive.